Mavens, it's time to step into the new year with a mindset shift. What if I told you that faith and fear are battling for the control over your mind, and the winner shapes your entire future? In today's episode, we're going to uncover how Bible based icons like Esther and breakthrough Hollywood actress Diahann Carroll turn fear into their greatest enemy and let fear pave the way into their purpose. Are you ready to conquer fear and step into your destiny? Okay, Maven, let's go. So, welcome to the Liselle Club. It's me, Liselle Kiss, and I'm super excited to talk to you about the dance of fear and faith. And let's make sure that we win with faith and luxury on the dance floor. So, the first section we're going to talk about is faith and fear in scripture. In Esther 4:14, it says, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this." And this is some New Year's vibe. Let's go. So there's a Hebrew word of et, which means time, and this signifies a divinely appointed moment, not just chance. Esther wasn't merely a queen. She was divinely positioned for a purpose, and we know the story how she saved her people. Now, imagine Esther knowing that this is possibly her calling, that this is probably why she was selected as queen, because God knew the future. And imagine her just kind of being in faith and even possibly a little nervous or maybe scared when she had to approach the king uninvited. And in those days, if you approached the king uninvited, it was off with their head. Okay. I mean, the law could mean death, yet the lives of her people depended on her courage. Fear was present, possibly, but not with God's purpose involved. And faith moved forward. She fasted for 3 days. So when someone fasts for 3 days to get their purpose, they are not going to be in fear. They're going to be in faith. So, one thing I love to do in the New Year's when I know that it's time to grow, I do love to do a 3-day fast. Now, this is something that I do. I don't recommend it unless like your doctor said it's okay or like you're okay. This is not something I'm recommending if it's for health reasons. But for spiritual reasons, I like to do a 3-day fast. And when I do a 3-day fast, it really means I do not eat a thing and I only drink water. I probably drink maybe max 2 cups of water in those 3 days. And the way that I fast is a 3-day calendar day fast. So let's say I start Sunday when I wake up, I eat nothing. And then Monday comes around, I still eat nothing. And then by sunset on Tuesday is when I break my fast. And then when I fast, I actually think of what I want to pray for. So there was a time when I actually fasted for financial abundance. I said, Lord, like this situation, I'm not happy with it. And I fasted for 3 days, and then he kept his promise for years. I mean, I just wasn't this whirlwind of financial abundance. It was a time when I hardly had like $10 in my account. And then after that 3-day fast, I literally had like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in my account within that year. And I was able to buy a house. I was able to start a business, Liselle Kiss bag business. I was just so many things. Like God definitely came through, but that 3-day fast did help me. So she fasted for 3 days. So if you're thinking about going to the new year, you could do a spiritual fast. It could be a 3-day fast. It could be a 1 day. It could be a half a day. It could be a lunch fast. It could be whatever you feel is correct in your spirit. But also, again, health reasons, make sure that, you talk to your doctor about that. But other than that, like fasting is something that is done for spiritual reasons, not necessarily done for physical reasons. I don't do fasting because it'll make me skinnier or like whatever. Like that's not what a fast is for. A spiritual fast is just for you to let go of the things of your life that you're just so held on to because you're a human being. And then you're able to now just have God provide the nourishment that you need spiritually and actually talk to Him. Now, the thing about a fast is the secret is actually says in the Bible where Jesus mentioned that people who fast, they like to show that they're fasting. They tell the whole world that they're fasting. They look somber and sad and hungry. Jesus don't like that, right? Jesus specifically said, just like go into your prayer closet, into your prayer room, and only God could see that you're fasting. Only God could see that you're praying, because that's where the promise comes in. Like your relationship with God is for you and for you alone. So you don't really need to essentially tell the whole world about your relationship. if it's not going to benefit them, right? If it's to evangelize and help that person, sure. But you don't need to show that you're a Christian, show that you're righteous, show that you're fasting, show that you're praying, show that you're so spiritual and so religious, because that's the Jesus said that is the only reward that you're going to get if you're that person that's to show off how religious you are. It's not about that. And I'm sure you've seen people who've done that before, and that's definitely not biblical. But those people that decide to pray quietly, fast quietly, in relationship with God, one on one with God, God will hear you more because the reward is in prayer, right? So that's exactly what I want you to take away with you about fasting. Very important. So if you do decide to fast this year, at least for the new year, I'm going to be doing a 3-day fast. So ladies, join me in the Maven community at the LiselleClub.com. Tell me what you want to do for the new year, and we can pray together on that. So with that being said, it's really important that in the time of the new year that we're going to break barriers through faith. And it could just be some things that we absolutely want to achieve within this world, right? We have our spiritual goals, but we may have some physical noteworthy goals. And this is why I'm going to take you to one of my favorite actresses of all time, Diahann Carroll. She says in a quote, "I like to think that I opened doors for other women, although that wasn't my original intention." That's so cute. It's true because she was actually the one of the first black woman. I think she probably was the first black woman Hollywood actress, talking to the biggest stars back then. And Diahann Carroll, she shattered barriers in 1968, starring as Julia, as the first black woman to lead a primetime TV series. Yet behind her poise as a woman, she did face an immense sense of rejection and fear of scrutiny or failure, but that didn't stop her from doing what she loved. See, her faith in her God-given talent and her place historically did carry her through. Both Esther and Diane shows us that faith can absolutely eliminate fear, and it can transform us into purpose-driven courage. So, Mavens, I want to ask you, what sort of fear in the new year is going to hold you back from success? I want you to journal that and then turn it to God and turn that into a faith-fueled action. Also, I want you to share your thoughts in the private Maven community on LiselleClub.com. Also, if this resonates with you, this video, we're going to go into part 2 of this series that actually will dive deeper into loyalty and divine favor, featuring Ruth and Beverly Johnson. Now, this video will only be in our exclusive private community on the LiselleClub.com. So I definitely want our Mavens to go in, subscribe, and let's chat over there. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, bye-bye. Kisses.